Your friendly Aussie FM YouTuber is back, and I'm trying to find the best bargains in FM24 under £10 million. All of these players are under the age of 30, and they will all do a job for you in the lower end of the English Premier League, and some even higher up than that. We're not going to include the likes of Renato Sanchez, Joaquin Correa, or Alexander Nubel, because they're all out on loan at the moment. But if you think you can use these players for your team, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for all future content just like this. And leave a comment down below, let me know how these players have got on for your team. Number 10 comes to you from Mexico, and it's the 26-year-old Julian Quinones from Club America. Quinones is a very solid winger and striker, and scored plenty of goals during his time with Atlas in Mexico before making the move over to Club America. You can pick him up for just under £10 million, but you may just have to wait until the winter transfer window to get the job done. But for a second half of the season injection of ability, you could do far worse than go for Julian Quinones. Number 9 is another player from Club America in Mexico. This time it's the Uruguayan 29-year-old Jonathan Rodriguez. While he's a little older than Quinones, you'll be able to pick him up for a fair bit cheaper, around the £5 million mark. He's not going to last a long time, but he is a proven goal scorer when he's played up front, and can also do a decent job as an inside forward or inverted winger on the left side. With over 30 caps for Uruguay, you'll be getting someone with plenty of international experience for relatively cheap. Another striker comes in at number 8, and it's AC Milan striker Luka Jovic. He's mainly used as a backup for AC Milan, so you may have to wait until the winter transfer window, but I have purchased him for well less than £10 million. That is peanuts for a guy who at just 25 almost has 10 international goals for Serbia and plays the complete or advanced forward roles really well. At one stage in his career, he was bought by Real Madrid for £55 million. Definitely someone who can lead the line for a championship side, pushing for promotion, or a lower to mid Premier League level side. Number 7 now, and this is where I would usually put my usual joke in of adding subscribe to Mr. Apple's FM right here, but I'm not going to do that this time. But you should definitely consider doing so to help me out going into the future. But the player of the real number 7 now on this list is the last of our strikers for a little while, and it's Bruno Petkovic from Dinamo Zagreb in Croatia. He's 28 years old at the start of the game, so has plenty of time left. He can play as a shadow striker in attacking midfield or as a deep lying forward equally as well, and has scored a decent amount of goals for Dinamo in Croatia. Not only this though, at just over £3 million you're getting a guy who has scored 8 goals in international football for a strong Croatian side. Check him out if you like an attacking player who can hold the ball up for other quicker players to run through on goal. Number 6 on this list is the defensive midfielder Patrick Berg from Glimt in Norway. Another player with plenty of international experience, having played 18 times for the Norwegian senior side, and someone who will come in with relatively low wage demands as well. He will do a fantastic job for a lower to mid-level Premier League side, looking for a holding midfielder who can still pass the ball and move it side to side to facilitate more attacking midfielders in the side. Positioning, teamwork, work rate, anticipation and natural fitness are all amazing, so he'll be breaking down the opposition attacks all day long. Number 5 is another player you may have to wait until the winter transfer window to bring into your side. It's Lazio central midfielder Daichi Kamada. He's just recently moved to Lazio, and in real life looks like he might be going to the Premier League next season, but I've picked him up for around £8 million in January 2024, and he's performed admirably for a team in mid-table of the Premier League. With solid attributes all over the place, he really stands out with his technique and movement, and has played over 30 times for the Japanese national team. We're up to the top 4, and we have the Swedish midfielder Samuel Gustafson. With a low value of around £6 million and wage demands that won't break many banks, this guy can come straight into a mid-table Premier League team and hold down a defensive midfielder role, or even star as a playmaker with his passing, vision and technique being really solid. At 28 years old, he's not going to start for a super long time, but he's definitely one to bring in on the cheap to run your midfield or be a reliable backup to your central players. We head back to Club America in Mexico for number 3, and it's the Spanish midfielder Advaro Fidalgo. The Real Madrid Academy graduate has played plenty of football in the last handful of years in Mexico. If you need a playmaker or Metzala and you only have a couple of £1 million to spare, then Fidalgo is the perfect player to run your midfield. While his defensive attributes and strength leave a lot to be desired, This guy will be a fantastic player for a lower to mid-table Premier League side needing some more attacking flair in the middle of the park. At 26 years old, he will be playing for a number of years to come as well. Number 2 is PSG centre-back and right-back Nordi Mukiele. I've been able to pick him up for around £8 million, and he is a really good centre-back for a team needing a new right-sided centre-back, or he's a great option as an attacking right-back. His pace and acceleration are strong, along with his natural fitness and stamina, so he should be able to run all day long on the right side of the park. He does start with a hamstring injury that he picked up at the end of last season, but he'll be fit come September, so you don't have to wait very long before you can bring him into your side. You'll be getting a good mid-table level defender for less than £10 million if you manage to pick him up. And finally, number 1 of the list, and it couldn't be anyone else except the incredible Talisca, who has a transfer value set at £8 million as he is transfer listed by request by his Saudi Arabian club. At 29 years of age, he's one of the oldest on the list, but he is an exceptional goal scorer who can also play anywhere across the attacking midfield line. But really, with finishing, off the ball and technique attributes like that, you wouldn't want to put him anywhere else except up front. The only issue, he could demand a ridiculous amount of money per week, but you can get him for around £100,000 a week with the right negotiations, as he wants to leave the club. If you pick him up, he will score plenty of goals in the right tactical system. And recapping the top 10 players on our list on the screen right now. I hope you're able to pick these players up on the cheap and become either incredible starting players or very reliable backups for your teams seeking success, and let me know in the comments just how well they have performed for you. And on the screen right now will be another video where I outline the best young goalkeepers in the game that you really need to keep your eye on. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content, and most importantly, you have yourself a wonderful day.